Well, hello everyone. Greetings to our friends, family members, our ministry partners. We're so excited to be able to bring you an update here. It's hard to believe that it's already the beginning of March. Time is just flying by. And over the last couple of weeks, the Lord has been doing some really incredible things in our lives and the lives of our family. And we're excited to be able to share that with you. So we're going to start by just giving a quick recap of our trip to Spain that Heather and I took in January and share some photos from that trip. We're going to talk about where we are in the visa process and some things that you can be praying for. And then we'll close with a couple prayer requests. And so as we get started, Heather's going to share just a little bit about what the Lord did as we took a trip for a couple of days over to Spain in the beginning of January. We want to thank many of you for praying for us during that time. And so Heather, share with us a little bit about what the Lord did while we were there.
Yeah, so our trip to Spain in January was multifaceted in purpose. We really wanted to make a trip over there to finalize some plans and have some meetings with some church planters and connections there before we begin the visa process. So yeah, we were there for about 6 days, and we started our time in Malaga. And we stayed with some friends who are church planters there as well. And they have started an international church in Malaga. And they graciously opened their home and let us stay with them for a few nights. And we just had a great time connecting with them again and seeing their ministry. We got to be part of one of their services for a Sunday morning. And then we also met with some other church planter friends that we had met on a previous trip who are in the process of beginning a church plant also in the area. And then we also made a new connection with a Spanish man named Jesus. We were able to have a meeting with him and his son. He has such a heart for the people of Spain and for church planting in his hometown. And something he said really stuck with me. He said that his daughter, I believe they have 5 children, and his daughter in her high school, of just her high school of 1,000 kids, that she is the only known believer in that school. So it just reminded us again of the need, and we were encouraged by his heart. And then we ended our time in Sevilla. We were able to attend a church there, a Spanish church. We were able to share our vision with them, and they were able to pray over us in their service. It was just a really encouraging time meeting people there. We also had a meeting with the pastor of that church, and we're able to talk over church planting assessment with him. The network that their church is affiliated with will be one that we will be affiliated with as well, and so we were able to talk with him through that process. So it was just a really that's where we ended our trip, and it was just we had a really great time. It was fast, but a lot of great connections.
And so where are we now? Well, quite simply, we are in the process of beginning the visa application. So by way of prayer request, let me give you sort of a little bit of an update of where we are. Our first prayer request would really be for that visa application process. This past week, we were notified by an agency that we were supposed to be contracting with to help us obtain these visas, that they would no longer be able to help us. So we're kind of back at the beginning. We've got some leads with some other agencies, some other law firms that do these sorts of things. And so we hope that and pray that one of them would come through and be within our budget and be able to assist us with that. But you could join us in prayer, and we would ask over the next couple of weeks as we finalize some of these plans for the application process of our visas, that the Lord leads us to the right organization. So please pray for that. It's going to be about a 3-month process from what we've been told. And so we want to start that process now so that by June we are able to have our visas and be looking at moving over there. Also, in the period of time between now and in June when we leave, we are not yet at 100% support for our monthly support. So we're about $1,400 short of that. And so in the process of applying for our visas, we're also going to be continuing to meet with individuals, meet with churches. And we would ask you to just pray with us that the Lord would bring that support that's needed so that we'll be at 100% or even exceeding 100% of our support, and that we would be able to go 100% funded. Lastly, we would just pray for and continue to ask you to pray for salvation for the people of Spain. I believe that the people that we were staying with in Malaga said all of the churches in Malaga last Easter, so about a year ago, all of the churches in Malaga, which is about 600,000 people, excuse me. All of them got together for one Easter service. It was an outdoor Easter service, and all these churches were represented. And in the end, somewhere around 400 to 600 people showed up out of a town of 600,000 people. Malaga is one of the fastest growing cities in Spain right now. And there's just a huge need for the gospel. And so please join with us in continuing to pray for Europe, pray specifically for the people of Spain, pray for their salvation, and pray that God would raise up workers, more and more workers for the mission field, and people that would go and take the gospel. And so we're grateful for you guys. We're grateful for all of the people that have partnered with us, that continue to believe in the work that God has called us to as a family. And we're just so excited about these next couple months. So thank you. Enjoy this spring as it promises new life. And may the Lord continue to work in each of our hearts and lives for His gospel and for the spread of the good news throughout the world. So God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.